Think your commute to work is bad? One Kentucky congressman has spent nearly a year making a 7-hour drive from his district to our nation's capital. It's because he refused to, quote, to be treated like livestock under the transportation mask mandate that's now in question. We've all been dealing with this, as courts call the requirement unconstitutional. But Biden, CDC, and DOJ vowed to fight for reinstatement. Amazing, right? Congressman Thomas Massie of Kentucky hopes his airline hiatus can finally come to an end. Congressman, you must have been so relieved, but the fight is on still, right?
It's still on. There's still multiple lawsuits going on. By the way, the CDC claims that this statute that allows them to fumigate insects, sanitize doorknobs, and destroy livestock gives them the authority to treat humans like livestock, insect, and doorknobs. And the court said, no, you don't have that authority. But there will be a battle here. I think that Joe Biden should work on trying to establish the CDC's non-existent credibility instead of trying to litigate their non-existent legal authority.
And, you know, so that's it. The CDC is asked the DOJ to help them out, and they are. So they're going to appeal to a court that's traditionally conservative, the U.S. Appeals Court in the 11th Circuit, and then they probably go to the Supreme Court where they'll lose again. So the CDC has a lot of credibility on the line. If these courts say you don't have this authority, they can never even try it again.
Yeah, and there are multiple lawsuits. I've got a lawsuit with 16 other congressmen and Rand Paul here in Kentucky, which will go to the 6th Circuit. And then the 5th Circuit, there's a lawsuit. So Biden is going to have a lot of battles to fight here, the DOJ. But notice the one thing, Brian, he's not done. He's not come to Congress and asked us to actually pass a law, because the people don't want this. And it's going to be, I mean, it's going to be a shellacking in the midterms for the Democrats if they keep pursuing something that people don't want.
So how do you figure this? The AP does a poll, about 1,000 people, and they say the 56% of the American people favor leaving the mask mandate in place on planes. 80% of them are Democrats. How do you explain that? And do you believe this poll reflects the people that you've spoken to?
Well, look, all it takes is 20% of Democrats to get fed up with the Democrats in Congress, and it's going to be a landslide for Republicans. But just look at the poll on the airplanes. You know, you got the AP poll, but how many people are voluntarily following CDC guidelines, which, by the way, the CDC says you should still wear a mask, and virtually maybe 5 or 10% of people are listening to their pseudoscience. People are fed up with it.
All right. So, Congressman, you've changed the oil for the last time for a while. You got about 3,000 miles. You can go return to normal transportation.
This dipstick broke off in my wife's car, so I'm driving my Tesla now.
Okay, very quietly. All right. Good job, Congressman. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Which, by the way, is self-driving, I think.